What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome. It's raining today, and let's be honest, like, I really don't want to do what I'm about to do today, but I'm kind of in a dilemma where I have to do this. And it's basically going to get some gravel for my driveway. Now, the kicker is it's raining and there's already puddles in my driveway, but it has to get done. So I'm gonna go ahead and vlog this video about just towing in this truck, because I've only towed a couple times in this truck. I mean, not in general, but in this truck. And yeah, let's do a walk around the truck just so I can show you what I'm working with here. Yes, sir. About to go pick up some gravel in this truck and trailer setup. Yes, sir. It's not very, if you look, it's not very flat, which is why the angle looks like that. But looking at the setup, we got a little 2-inch setup. But the cool thing about what's gonna happen today is I'm gonna be towing this thing while in 4-wheel drive. Now, not traditional 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel auto. So for the people with the old school 4-wheel drive in their truck, this truck don't have that old school. This is modern. This has a 4-wheel auto, which means that I can still tow in 4-wheel drive, baby. Unlike your 1991 Toyota. All right, so let's go ahead and look right here. I think this is really cool. So when I'm towing, I can actually see my angle of the truck, and right now it says 0, which I don't think that's 100% correct. But there is a needle. It looks like the needle is actually moved a little bit, so it's not quite 1 degree, but it still shows me like the degrees that my truck is sitting at while towing. I think that's pretty cool. Looking at other things, like I can set up, if I own this trailer, I can set up my personal trailer to this truck. That way I can actually use safety features for the trailer using this truck, which is also cool. And another thing about certain trailers is that I can control, of course, my brake. And using this right here, this is actually an aftermarket addition. This is an aftermarket add-on to this truck. I do want to talk more about this and how to set this up using the software that you can use to program it with your Ford truck or car or whatever. But talking about this screen right here, this is the cool part. And we are off. So this trailer doesn't have its own electronic trailer brake. So one of the things I have to really look out for is how I stop, especially when this thing is loaded, because it is much heavier when I am actually loaded. And what I'm pretty much gonna fill this thing up to its maximum payload capacity. So which is 3,500 pounds. This truck can tow much more than that, but the setup that I have is it's only set up for 3,500 pounds. So I have to be really careful on my braking when it comes to this thing. And because it's single axle trailers are usually bouncier. I don't even know why, like they just are. Like anytime I tow like a single axle trailer, it's very bouncy compared to like one with 2 like duals. But this truck has, you know, 4-wheel drive, and because it's wet and rainy, I'm towing in 4-wheel drive, which I don't really need to because I have extra weight on my rear axle, so I don't necessarily need to tow in 4-wheel drive, but I'm doing it anyway. And it's not 4-wheel drive, it's 4-wheel auto, which is technically all-wheel drive with this pickup truck. And seems to be doing all right. I mean, no extra noise or anything like that, you know. And I like the trailer light status that you can get in like this particular truck that I'm driving, my F-150, where it shows me that the lights are actually active in the trailer, which is a nice touch. Because not all the time you want to just pull over and make sure your lights are working, because that's one thing that you really want to always be sure that's always working is your lights. And you know, lights, they can be finicky, especially when you're not maintaining the electrical connection between them all. So it's just another thing to consider there. All right, well, instead of just watching me drive, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to my destination when I'm loading this thing up with gravel. All right, so I'm almost to my destination, but I do want to talk about driving modes. So there is a difference when you're driving in normal mode versus towing mode. Now, I don't know if this is something that is in my 5-star tune, but one thing I did notice right off rip is that it is a lot smoother and a lot more effective when I'm coming to a stop in towing mode. And the reason being is because it actually downshifts down the gears as you're slowing down. So there's some kind of assist there from the transmission versus when I'm in normal mode, it doesn't really give me that assist like towing mode. When I come to like a stop, like I'm relying on my brakes too much. Like when it does downshift, it helps, but it is not downshifting properly, you know, the way it should. This car is way past his white line. Golly, people, the white lines at red lights are there for a reason. That means stay behind those lines for safety, because space, you need space. Not every vehicle is your size. Some vehicles are bigger, so keep that in mind. If your Amazon order is late, you should probably blame yourself because you went ahead and crossed that white line, blocking the Amazon trucks. Now he's late to your house, you know. But anyway, just something to keep in mind when it comes to driving modes, that if you're towing something, tow mode will always be better, because when you start coming to a stop or a slowdown, it's just better, more effective. And I am here at my destination, and let's see how much this truck weighs, because that's what I'm curious. I'm curious to see the weight of this truck. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 128. I know who driving that truck. Oh, they got it turned. $7,780 pounds. It's pretty heavy. Just got done getting loaded. I tell you, I can feel the difference in the weight. I can feel the difference in the weight, baby. But for the beginners, so for the people who's never owned a truck, this is probably your first truck you've owned. You know, if you own a truck right now, or if you're looking to own your first truck, and yeah, I guess this applies to all trucks. It's important to understand how to properly spec out your truck so that you can actually tow the things that you need to tow, not the things that you aspire to tow when your lifestyle doesn't even fit that, you know, things that you actually need to tow. So you also got to understand, you know, how to shop for hitches, the proper hitch receivers, and the setup in that area, the ball that you order, things like that. If you're driving a 1/4 ton truck, it really don't matter, because almost anything you buy out there is gonna be strong enough to handle whatever that truck can tow. And once you start getting a 1/2 ton or bigger, that's when it's important to understand what you are putting in the back of your truck so that it can handle the weight that you need to tow. So all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was no type of like informational video at all. It was just me vlogging, man. just vlogging, towing, picking up some gravel, you know, doing some projects, and you know, living life, man. But you know, it is wet out today, so I mean, that's not gonna stop me from getting things done. So for the people who looking to get a truck, man, get your truck, man, because having a truck is very fun. It basically fills a lot of needs in your life, like anything you probably need done in your life, at home, whatever it is, the truck can pretty much do it, whether it's recreational, whether it's work related, you know, even family. Like, this thing is bigger, like the inside is bigger than any car I've ever owned, you know, and it's a pickup truck. So, you know, big pickup trucks, you know, it's not just a vehicle, it's more of a way of life, man. You know, and I'm a car guy at heart, but I've also always had like this love for trucks, and now that I own a truck, man, like, it's different. Like, the feeling you get just being able to say, man, I have a truck, it's priceless, man. It's priceless, you know. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, man. You know, show your boy some support, show your boy some love, consider subscribing, because I do want to talk more about truck things in this channel, and I also want to talk specifically to the beginners who are first getting into a pickup truck or trucks in general, or trucking, because I do have a CDL Class A, and I've had my Class A for the last 4 years. So I would say I'm pretty seasoned at driving at this point, so I can give you pretty good information when it comes to CDL Class A information as well. What jobs to look for, things like that. So I hope you really enjoyed this, and if you just want to share this with somebody for sure entertainment, please do. And with all that said, I hope everybody have a good day and a good night, and God bless. Peace.